Yeah, guys. So I think we are live. Hi, guys. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back, guys. So, can you guys let me know if my screen is visible and if I'm audible? Yeah, guys. Then we'll be starting with the class. Let's wait for 5 more minutes, max to max, and then we'll start with today's topics and whatever we need to talk about. Today, I'll also introduce you to the DevTown community and all the things we offer. We'll also talk about that. As I've been getting a lot of personal messages regarding that, we'll also talk about that, but that will be at the end. So, yeah, before that, we'll be talking about some new things in React. We definitely talked about components and how they can be used, but we did not talk about the perspective where they can be used, you can say, regularly or continuously in scalable manner, right? How to use a single component multiple times, we didn't talk about that. We know components are basically used so that they are reusable, but we didn't reuse any component till now. So I'll give you examples, scenarios where you can use a single component at multiple places, how to do that, and what exactly you need to remember while doing it. That will be our basic topic for today and the things which we'll be talking about. Let's wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. And guys, if you have any doubts regarding what we did yesterday, you can ask till then. Yeah, guys, we can take those doubts if you have any till that point. Yeah, guys, hello everyone, good evening. So you can see, if we take a basic recap of what we did yesterday, we basically talked about how to create multiple components. We created a components folder. We created our two separate components. We talked about what to remember while creating a component. We talked about fragments and how to use fragments. And then inside our app.js, we talked about routing system. So how routing works, how it can be leveraged to create multiple pages in our application, and how the routing system works in React, and why it is different from the usual way of pages or creation of multiple pages in normal HTML and CSS. Yeah. So these are the things we talked about. We created two routes or two pages. One of them was home and one of them was contact. And we displayed the home and the contact. You can see component. Okay guys, I think we are good to go. So let's start. So guys, one thing to remember before starting with anything. Okay. So here everything works or seems to be fine, right? I am at which page? I am, you can see, at home page /home, and it seems to work. If I go to /contact page, I don't think that we will find any problem and we'll be able to go to the contact page. You can see I'm getting this is contact page. So yes, my routing system, my separate pages are working. But one thing to remember guys, the way I'm doing it at this point is through, you can see, my search bar. And I won't usually do that when I'm navigating or visiting different pages in a website. So how can we do that? We usually do that in normal HTML with the help of anchor tags. So anchor tags are used in normal basic HTML so that I can create navigation from one page to another. But that anchor tag won't work in React guys. So if you're using React Router DOM, that anchor tag won't work. So what can you use if you want to navigate from one page to another? You use something from React Router DOM. Okay, so there is something known as link tag. So similar to you have switch tag, route tag, you also have something known as link tag in React Router DOM, which helps you achieve the functionality of routing or changing one page to another, navigation of one page to another. So what we can do, we can go to contact component or contact page and we can say import. We want to import something and we want to import it from React. What do we want to import? We want to import a link, guys. We want to import a link tag from React. Now, how to use the link tag? Pretty simple. I say link. I specify the link. What am I creating this link for? Let's say this link is being created for one more thing. This is not React. This is React Router DOM. And now here guys, here you can specify that I want to, in my contact page, if I'm at contact page, I will say go back to home page. This will be my link text. And then guys, here I need to specify an attribute to. So where do you want this particular sentence or this particular word to link you to? So I can say I want to navigate myself to /home. Simple. And this way I will be able to navigate from contact page to home page. You can see I'm getting a similar to something like anchor tag. If I click on it, I will be navigated to home page. You can see I'm navigated to home page. I click on it, I'm navigated to home page. Now let's add similar to this in home page. So here I would say import. What do I want to import? I want to import link. I want to import it from React router DOM. And then again, I can say at the bottom, I want to navigate to contact. And here I can say contact page. And that's it. Now we have linked both of them together. So if I'm a home page, I'll get a message that go back to contact page. If I'm a contact page, I'll get a message that go back to home page. And you can see guys, it is very fast. The point I click on it, you can see I'm navigated to the new page. And if you remember something guys, my website is never loading. If you use or create a basic website with HTML, CSS, your website loads at every single point when you move from one page to another. But that is not the case with React guys. React does not reload your page on navigation from one page to another, and that is what makes React very fast in terms of interaction. So user gets the details which he needs to, you can say, see very fast, instantaneously. And that is one of the things which makes React very popular. So yeah guys, is it clear? Then we'll proceed with the rest of it. So is it clear how to use a link tag and how you can display it on the screen? Then we'll move to the scalability factor of components. Okay guys, great. Now guys, let's say that on home page, I want to display some cards. Okay, so let me just show you a rough diagram of what I want. So I want to display on my home page something like this. I want to display some cards like this. On each one of them has same styles. Each one of them just contains a heading. Okay, each one of them just contains a heading. It's just that the heading differs, the card design remains the same for all of them. So let's do it. How can we do that in React? So I'm at home page. Yes, I want to go at home component. I'm at home component now. So I'm talking about the home page. Now in between here, I want to display some cards. So what I can do, I can either write the whole code for the card here, or I can create a separate component for that card. So that is what I'll do. I'll create a separate component for that card. I'll say card.jsx. I created a component for the card. Now I will create this component. I'll say import. I want to import React from React. That is the first step. After that, I create a function. The function name would be card. And then I need to write the card or the function body. And I can say export default card. Now here, what I need to do is simply write a return statement, and inside it, I can create a div, and inside this div, I can write my content. So let's say I just show a h1 tag. Okay, so I show a h1 tag, h1 heading, and inside it, I say this is card 1. Okay, let's say this is card 1. This is what I want to display. Okay, so this will be my card component. Now I want to style it a little. So let's add basically attach to it a style sheet. So what I'll do, I'll create a style sheet known as card.css. I've not yet created it guys. Okay, so I'll have to first create it. Let's create it here. So I'll say card.css. And now I can import it like this here, right? I've imported it. Now whatsoever styles I write here, they will be applied to this card component. So let's create here a class, and the class name would be card. Now guys, one thing to remember, the way in HTML you used to use class, only class for the class name. In React, that is not the same. In React, you have something known as class name. So instead of using just class, you use class name to specify a class. Okay, remember that. Now here I can say card, and then I can apply some padding to it. I'll say, let's say some padding of 1 rem in all the direction. I'll give it a background so that it will be visible to me. So I'll say a background of black. I'll give it a color, let's say a white. I'll give it a font family. Let's say font family of Lucid Saints, fine, not a problem. And what else can we do for it for now? Okay, let's give it a border. Let's give it a border of 1.5 pixels, solid and gray. For now, let's keep it gray in color. Now guys, I have applied some styles to the card, and this card is ready to be used here. Now, how to do it? Simply import the component. So I'll import what I want to import, the card component. I want to import it from the card component. So you can see I've imported the card from the card file, card.jsx. Now I want to display it here. So I can say card, and I can close it and save it. Now if I go back and if I see, I should be able to see a card in between. Yes, I can see this is my card, right? Now guys, one thing I want to do for now, let's apply what we can do. Let's apply a margin, guys. So let's do it here. Let's create a div, and inside this div, guys, I want to show those cards. So I want to show one card inside this div. Now guys, one more additional thing I want to show you. We know how to apply external styles, how to create and attach an external style sheet, but how to add inline styles, that is also important. So inline styles, guys, are a little bit different, okay, in terms of how you apply it. You use the style attribute, absolutely, but you cannot just directly write styles like this. It won't work. No guys, this won't work. You need to specify an object, guys. So this is a representation of an object, and inside an object you need to specify the properties. So if you want to specify padding, you can say padding, and then you can specify padding of 10 pixels. If you want to specify, let's say, a margin, so I'll specify margin, and then guys, you can specify it like margin, and then you can specify of 10 pixels. Now guys, one thing to remember, here dashes won't work, guys. So if you are thinking, if you want to apply a margin of top, this would work. Nope guys, this won't work, guys. This will give you an error. Dashes are not allowed in an object. This is an object, so dashes are not allowed. So how to apply a margin top property? Guys, here we use something known as camel casing. So basically, you can see this line here which shows margin top. This property is represented like this. So the dash is replaced by a capital T, guys. So earlier you used to use margin top like this, but here you need to use it like this. The first word is small, and if there is any other capital word attached to the property, it would have the first letter as capital. So if you want to apply border radius, you apply it like this. Border, not dash, but capital radius, like this. So remember this. This is known as camel casing. The first word is small. After that, if there is another word attaching to it, the first word of that is, or first alphabet of that is capital. Okay, remember this. This will basically be used for styling. So what I want to do here is pretty simple. I want to apply some margin, and I want to apply, let's say, 20 pixels of margin at the top and bottom, and 20 pixels of margin at, okay, let's just apply 20 on all the directions. Fine, not a problem. Now you can see I have some spacing. Now one more thing I want to do, I want it to be of type display of flex. Okay, not even, don't give it, just keep it this way. Now, So guys, you can see we are seeing one card, right? We are seeing, or we are able to see one card. Now, let's add one more card guys here. So let's give it a margin top of 10 pixels so that we can differentiate between the cards. Now, what if I want to add another card at the bottom of it? Can I do that? Yes, I can. How? I can simply copy this component and I can paste it one more time. That's it. So now I should have two cards on my screen. And yes, I have two cards. First and second. If I want one more, I can just paste another card component and I would see three cards. But guys, here one problem. One problem you might observe that, okay, fine. If I want to create multiple copies of a single component, that is done. I can do that. But what if I also want the data to differ? I can see the data inside it is same for every single, you can see, component. Can I not change it, or can I change it? If yes, then how? How can I change this data, or how can I make this data different for each of these cards? So guys, for this, you need to use a concept of something known as props, guys. So guys, props make these functionality work. So how exactly, or what exactly do you want to do? Let's talk about it. So what I want to do is pretty simple. I want a way that in a component, or a component, if I'm using it multiple times, then I want that its data inside the data should differ. Even though I'm using it same card again and again, I want the data inside it to differ. How can I do that? I can do that with something known as props, guys. What are props? Props is nothing but props means data passed from parent to children. Component. So remember this. So when you want to pass data from a parent component to a children component, that is known as props. So if you really think about it, that is what I want to do. So if you really think about it, I have this component card, right? I have these two components, let's say card 1, card 2. Now, if I want some data here to change and some data here to change, I would have to specify it where? In the parent, right? I would have to specify it in the parent that there is some unique data need to be present in both of these cards. How can I do that? I can do that with something known as props. Props make that possible. How do we add props to our component? Very simple, guys. So props needs to be added in the parent component. For my card, what is my parent component? Home. Because here I can see in my home I've specified card. So card is my child component and home is the parent component for child. Here I need to add props. Props are nothing but additional data you want to pass to a component. So I can pass here data. And how I can pass that? In the form of attribute. So here I can create a random attribute and I can assign it some data. I can say I want to create an attribute named card here and I want to specify some data inside it. I can say I want to create a random attribute card and I want to give it a data 3. I can create an attribute card and I want to assign it data 2. I can create an attribute card and I want to assign it data 1. So what am I doing? I'm saying that for my first component card, it should contain a prop. So this is known as a prop, guys. An attribute which is not already present. I created it for my own use and it stores the data 3 inside it. So whenever I receive or whenever I call this card component here, in this card component, I would receive a field known as card, or let's say number. Number is much better. So basically I would receive a field there known as number and that field will contain some data inside it. Now this is known as props. So I am passing a prop known as number and I can access that prop here. How can I access it? I can access it somewhat in the form of a parameter. So if you remember, to a function, we can pass some parameters and we can receive that parameters here. right? I can receive those parameters here. So let me just zoom in a little. Yes, here. So similarly, I can receive these parameters here. And what did I name it? I told you it is named as props. So I can receive those parameters here in props. Now I can say that rather than showing this number as a static, rather than showing everywhere the number 111, I want to make it unique on the basis of the property number which I am specifying. So I can say curly braces and I can say props dot number. That's it, guys. That is it. So what did I do? I was getting a data, or I was getting a prop known as number inside my card. I targeted it. How? I got the props here, and from that props I took out the number field. And I said, I want to display that prop here. Now, if you go back and refresh this page, you would see that each of this card contains a unique number, which you specified here in this parent element. So if I go here and refresh, you would see they contain 3, 2, 1. That's how simple it is to manipulate and create multiple similar components, but with unique data, guys. Very useful. And you can see how easy it can be for you to scale. So if I create a new, basically if I want another card, I can simply copy and paste it, and I can just name this field to anything else. Let's say 5 for now. If I go back, I should have a new card and it should have a number 5 at the end. Yes, guys. And it is not limited to just one. You can add as many properties as you want. I can add as many properties as I want and they will work. Now, guys, is the concept of props clear? Because it is very popular concept and it will be used a lot. Okay, guys, great then. So yeah, this is how basically the concept of props work, and this is how you can differentiate between them. Now, if you ask me that how will or where exactly can I use it? A very good example, guys, which will help you remember, or which will basically help you define where exactly you can use these sort of things. So if you have ever looked into an Amazon website, what do you see in an Amazon website? You see a card, right? That contains a product image at the top and some price on the left and some details on the right. Similarly, you have another card. The only difference is the image is different, the price is different, and the button remains the same. You have another card. Image differs. Price is the same. The button, basically price is different, the button is the same. So button remains the same. These two properties change. So what you can do, you can simply create a card component out of it, and you can have two props for it. Image prop, and you can have another prop, which is, let's say, amount. That's it. How simple it is to create unique data inside React. You don't have to write it again and again, guys. That is the best thing about it. I think this use case is clear, and on how you can use it, how you can leverage React, and how you can leverage reusability factor in React. Yes, guys. Okay, guys, great. So guys, now let's talk about the curriculum a little, guys. So a lot of people messaged me privately asking for what exactly is offered by DevTown, what all things we offer, and what all things do we provide to the people. So let's talk about that. And if you are interested, then we can definitely talk more about it. So guys, this is our official website. If you want, you can definitely visit it. Right, I am providing you the link. So I'm repinning it at the top so you can even visit it with me. So guys, this is our official website where you can figure out everything about the different courses, the training and internship programs we offer, what all things we offer to you, how many people, basically how many people have been placed who have attended this program, what all companies the students have been placed, what all things we offer, who are our mentors, everything, every single detail about us is mentioned here, guys. So if you want any other details about the upcoming events and boot camps, you will find it here in the events and boot camp section. If you want to know about the different courses we offer, you will find the course details here in the course section. Now guys, at this point, you can see we have 4 courses which we are offering. Full stack web development, we have cyber security, we have cloud computing, and we have data science. All of them are of different time period. So the full stack, which I teach at this point of time, and there are a lot of different teachers who teach with us. They are all industry standard, you can say perfectionists. The one full stack is of 11 weeks. The cyber security one is of 10 weeks. The cloud computing one is of 10 weeks. And the data science industrial training program is of 11 weeks, guys. You can know about all the details if you want to. We will specifically talk about the full stack development track as we are talking about React at this point of time. So guys, there are a lot of things you will get in it. Okay. So it might be a little bit overwhelming. So I'm just briefing you on what all things we offer at this point of time. So guys, our new batch is going to start in 7 days. So yes, it is going, our next batch is going to start in 7 days. And after that, we also have another batch available. So all the details you can find here, how many video lectures you will have, who are the instructors, where they work at this point of time, every detail about them can also be found. Now, what all things you would learn and what all things you would basically be talking about. So guys, you will also get something known as data structures. Okay, so we will also talk about data structures. You will get 100 hours of data structures, recorded videos on data structures, how to solve the problems. Because guys, yes, everything about web development we will teach you. But when you are entering into the job field, when you're looking for a new job, the first thing or the first round which you have is related to DS and Algo. It does not matter how good you are at a particular technology. What matters is data structures, because that is the first round which you give in any big company. So you need to master them. You need to know how to tackle them. Everything else is secondary. The first thing is data structures at the point of interview. Then we will talk about the web development fundamentals. We'll talk about what is porting, protocols, and everything regarding it. HTML, CSS, GitHub, version control, basic CSS, grids, flexboxes, Tailwind, Bootstrap, and JavaScript. Then we'll move to the front-end development with React. So we'll talk about React, how it is used, why it is so popular. We'll talk in detail about it. We'll talk about state management. We will talk about different packages used inside it and a lot more. Then we'll move to the backend development. So we'll also talk about backend development as it is a full stack web development industrial training program. We will learn front end as well as backend, and we will be ready to create a fully fledged website on our own, guys. You'll be ready to create or work on any big website on your own individually. You would not be dependent on anyone, guys. That is the best thing about it. Here we'll talk about Node.js, we'll talk about Express. Both of them are very popular, you can say, technologies used for creating backends. Then we'll talk about microservices with Node and Express. Then we'll talk about MongoDB, which is a very popular NoSQL database, which is used worldwide for storage and data management. And then we'll talk about validation and errors. We'll talk about RESTful APIs and how to make them with MongoDB, how to validate your data, authentication and security. These all things we'll cover in backend, and we'll create different servers for different applications. After that, that's not it, guys. Most of the courses end here, guys. But we want to give you a full-term experience or fully fledged experience of a developer. And you can't call yourself a developer until and unless you know how to scale your application, guys. That's a very important part of web development or being a full stack web developer. You need to know how to scale your application, because yes, anyone can build an application. But you need to know what to do if there are 10,000 people who are visiting your website. If there are millions of people visiting your website, your normal way of deploying your website won't work. So how to scale your application on the basis of the flow or the user traffic, how to make it, you can say, way more powerful, right? We'll talk about all of this. So we'll talk about CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous development. We'll talk about Kubernetes, we'll talk about Docker, we'll talk about how to deploy your website with the help of AWS. So we will be using proper Amazon Web Services, which is used by a lot of companies to deploy their websites and work on them. Even Netflix at this point uses AWS. So every video you see on Netflix is stored somewhere on AWS, guys. So yes, even a company like Netflix uses AWS. So yes, you are using something which is very popular. So we'll talk about how AWS works, how you can deploy your website on it, how you can scale it on the basis of the user traffic on your website, and a lot of things. And guys, this all is project based, guys. So everything you learn is on the basis of projects. So every single milestone we grab, we will have a small project related to it. So initially, if we start, we will be starting with, you can see, we'll be talking about a lot of things. So you will have a personal portfolio, you'll have a task management app, you'll create a proper Book My Show clone. So you'll have payments, you can say payment system attached to it. Book My Show is what? It is a movie booking application where you can book different movie tickets for different movies online and pay for them as well. So yes, you will also learn how to create and attach payment services to your website. Then we'll talk about a backend service. We will create a REST API, book management API. So how to create a server based API. We'll talk about that. Then we'll create a Zomato clone. So we'll create Zomato frontend and backend, and then we will apply DevOps to it. What is DevOps? Scalability to it, to scale it for thousands and millions of people to use it. Right? These are some of the projects we will be working on. And the full course is project based. After every single milestone, you will be working on a small or a big project depending on what technology you have learned, guys. This is the list of some of the technologies you will be learning, guys. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, GitHub, Bootstrap, Tailwind, React.js, Redux, Sass, Webpack, Node.js, Express.js, MongoDB, API, Docker, containering, and Kubernetes, guys. So these all things you will be basically talking about. And guys, you will also be getting, if you are good enough, if you complete all the things properly, if you submit all the projects and everything properly, you will also get a glimpse of your certificate. So what all things you will be getting? You will be getting certified by DevTown. You will be getting an offer letter, letter of recommendation from DevTown as well, if you have done well. And we also offer you proper guidance for job. So you'll get access to, for 2 years, for the next 2 years after completion of the program, for the job portal where you can apply for certain different jobs available in the certain industry. So yes, guys, you also get that free of cost. In addition to whatsoever we are teaching to you. And on top of that, guys, if you're thinking that is it, nope. That is not the end till now, guys. After completing any of one of the programs, guys. So if you complete full stack web development in industrial training program, you also get 2 complimentary courses on top of it. So 2 complimentary recorded courses. So if you have full stack, you can select any of the 2 from the rest of the courses, and you will be provided with the recorded sessions of all of them. So you can even read and go through them if you want to after completion of your specific course which you have enrolled for. So these are the basic details, what all things you need to know. Everything is provided here. And if you want, you can also get the full-fledged syllabus of every single thing. You can also get full-fledged syllabus of what all things we teach. How many classes do we have on daily basis? So we have weekly classes and we have 6 days, you can say a week. So basically 6 days a week you will have a class. The classes vary from 1.5 hours to 2 hours. And after that you also have doubt sessions. So everything is live, guys. You don't get recorded sessions, you get proper live classes. And you also learn DS and Algo with C++. So that is also what you get on top of it. You can find out about the mentors who you will be basically learning from, where they are placed at this point of time, and how much experience they have. So they are all industry professionals, guys. So you can also look into the details, the topics you will be covering, the technologies you will be learning, everything is available. And guys, we have limited seats. So basically we have limited number of seats. So definitely if you want to register, then you can definitely start as soon as possible, because after the registration or after the seats are full, it will be very hard for you to be basically registered or enrolled for a particular seat in the program. So yes, guys, you can definitely check it out. You can read about every single thing we offer, the different events we you can say organize for you all, the different opportunities you will get, and you can get in touch with us if you want to enroll for it. So guys, I will be sharing with you a form. I will be sharing with you a form link. This is only for the people who are interested, guys. No need for everyone to fill it, guys. Remember, it is not to be filled by everyone. It is just to be filled by people who are interested in applying for the training and internship program. No matter if you are interested in full stack, or if you are interested in cyber security, or if you are interested in data science, it is applicable for all the courses which we make available. So you can definitely fill it up and you can let us know that you are interested in certain program, only to be filled by people who are really interested in a particular program. This is not attendance, guys. I will be sharing you the link of the attendance later after this. So guys, it is pinned at the top, guys. So definitely go through it. If you are interested, do fill it. And after that, guys, let me just now provide you with the attendance link as well, guys. So just a sec. Let me just find the attendance link so that I can provide you with that as well. So guys, this is the attendance link. Please take a screenshot of it and fill it as soon as possible. This is the attendance link for today. You can fill it, and in the chat box, you will find the link if you are interested in the training and internship program offered by DevTown. So you can fill both of them and we are good to proceed, guys. We will be ending here, guys. Today's session definitely is a short session, but we talked about one of the most important technology, basically factors which you will use a lot, which is props in today's class. So guys, try to use props, guys. I told you few of the things which you can do with props. Just try it out, test it out, and how you can use it in different scenarios. And tomorrow we will talk about another very important factor with respect to React. Okay guys, I will paste it in the chat box, not a problem. So guys, I've pasted it in the chat box. It will be available for the next 10 seconds. After that, I'll delete it. So please take a screenshot or fill it as soon as possible. Yeah guys, if you have any doubts related till now, you can definitely ask. If you even have any career related doubt, you can definitely ask. And if you have anything regarding DevTown, if you want to ask anything regarding the course, yes, you are good to go with that as well. So if you have any doubts regarding that, you can ask me that as well. And yeah guys, I will also provide to you with my contact details. So if you are interested, if you want to know a little bit more about what we offer, and if you want to connect with me, or if you want to basically ask some details about the course, I will provide you with my contact details so that you can connect with me for the same. So let me just write my phone number in the chat box as well. So yeah guys, I have also provided to you with my, you can see I've also provided to you with my phone number. So if you are interested in any of the courses, if you have any doubts, if you want to ask anything, you can definitely go through it as well. You can contact me on the same. Please don't call. There are certain points of time when I am not available. I would definitely try to answer on WhatsApp. So definitely you can message me on WhatsApp and I'll try to reply to whatsoever queries you have. Guys, I'm removing the attendance link as I think you might have filled it. And yeah, guys, we are good to leave for today, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day. And we will end our class here, guys. Tomorrow, we will start with the new concepts, some new topics regarding React, and we'll continue with the rest of it, guys. That is it for today, guys. Till then, we'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye and take care, guys. Have a nice day. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day, and we'll meet tomorrow.